Hi everyone, this is Renee from Education and Training Compliance Solutions. This video is a recap of the keyword sector updates in the past and current month, that's April and May. Amidst the strategic review of Australian apprenticeship incentive system, the Department of Employment and Workplace Relations have appointed 9 organisations to provide support for apprentices under the government's new model for apprentices, Australian Apprenticeship Support Services, AASN, to be rolled out from 1st of July this year. Until then, AASN providers will continue to provide all the services as previously. So I suggest visiting the official website to know more details of these 9 journalist and specialist providers with the new strengthened model, including the transition process from AASN to the new providers. I've shared the link for the website in the video description below. If you're someone who's interested in the clean energy sector, the government is expanding the New Energy Apprenticeships program from 1st of June 2024. These changes will allow more apprentices and trainees to skill up in the sector by removing the current requirement that requires apprentices' work to be entirely dedicated to clean energy, along with also expanding the type of apprenticeships that will be eligible for this new program. Again, the link for the detailed information is shared in the video description, so if you want, you can go to the link and have the detailed information from the website. The federal budget, as announced earlier this month, also includes some of the key red items such as pilot for TAFEs to self-accredit AQF 5 and AQF Level 6 courses, investment to improve collaboration between wet and higher ed sector, implementation of advisory committee, funding for upskilling specific sectors such as the clean energy that we discussed before, and supporting more women apprentices for the Building Women's Careers program. Also, as announced prior to the budget, $3 billion cut to the students' debt as a part of student debt relief, and announcement of the Commonwealth prac payment to support selected group of students doing mandatory work placements as part of the qualifications. I've shared the links in the video description if you would like to go into the more details of this part of the budget. Also, Koila News, they have done a very deep analysis on the budget and how it impacts our education sector, that's both wet as well as higher ed. So that's another very good source for getting these additional details. The link for Koila's article is also in the video description. In the international education space, there's been an increase to financial capacity requirement. That means minimum funds that will now be required to meet the financial capacity requirement for both student and student guardian visa has been increased again for all the visa applications lodged on or after 10th of May 2024. Again, the best place to get more information on all the latest changes to student and student guardian visas, including this one, the financial capacity requirements, is the Department of Home Affairs website. The link is in the video description. In the last video, we talked about a new regulation that was passed by government, Migration Specifications 2024. So following that, the government is now ready to use that power under ESOS Act, and as a part of government's ongoing measures within international education space, the department has issued warning letters to about 34 education providers for their non-genuine recruitment practices. In the statement that was issued by the minister, it said that warning letters will give all those 34 providers 6 months to change their behavior, or they might risk being issued with the suspension certificates. If you would like to go into the details of this, the link of the Home Affairs website sharing this particular piece of information is provided in the video description. Earlier this month, on 11th of May, the government also released a draft of International Education and Skills Strategic Framework. It's a 40-page document that will guide and determine the future direction of international education sector through its 3 national objectives and their corresponding actions. I won't discuss the framework as it's a very long discussion, and most of you who are quite active in this space, you would already be across this by now. But if you haven't had the chance yet, and or you are thinking of getting involved in the international education space, this framework, it will be an insightful read for you to understand what's happening in the international education space at the moment and what the future may hold. And there is also an opportunity for everyone within the space to share their thoughts, as the consultation is now open, and it's open until 14th of June. The framework is expected to be finalized, released later this year. I'll share the link both of the framework and the consultation form in the video description for your reference. So like I mentioned, the strategic framework is based on 3 primary objectives, and to implement one of the objectives in the framework, objective 2 specifically, which is a managed system to deliver sustainable growth over time, and other proposals that were announced previously, the government has introduced ESOS Amendment Bill, the first reading of the ESOS Amendment Bill, Quality and Integrity 2024, that gives government broader powers, primarily 1, to control international student numbers in the country by controlling the enrollment limits at each provider level and or course level. It may include suspending certain specific courses and suspending the processing of registration or suspending the processing of addition to scope applications. And second being by controlling the activities of education agents and their interactions, their level of relationships with the providers by sharing the detailed education agent data with providers. So Minister's statement issued on the topic mentions that the work will take place over the next few months, and any limits, the cap limits that is being suggested, they won't come into effect until next year, until January 2025. The bill was introduced on 16th of May with the first reading, and the committee is accepting submissions until 13th of June, with the date to submit their final report by 15th of August. So it seems like this is the sector's only chance so far to have their say on the bill, on the implementation of powers set out in the bill specifically. But we do not have more details at this stage. Guess we'll see how it all unfolds in the coming months. Future Skill Organization, one of the JSCs, the JSC for Finance, Technology and Business Area, has commenced their review of ICT training package. This project, the review is expected to identify the potential areas that need action to reflect the needs of evolving ICT sector and produce the graduates that are job ready. If you're interested in contributing to the training package consultation, consultation is open until August, and you can do so by completing the EOI form that's available on FSO's website. I've shared the link in the video description for the EOI form. Following a meeting of the Federal, State and Territory Skills Minister last Friday, the WET reform agenda has been pushed forward. In the meeting, the Skills Minister discussed the draft workforce blueprint and the development of National Skills Plan, which was one of the outcomes of NSA National Skills Agreement, and it provides details on 8 agreed national priorities to address the critical skills and workforce shortages. I've shared the link to read the Communique issued by the Minister in the video description. One of the primary outcomes of this meeting is around new standards. The new standards will now come into effect from 1st of July 2025, the date that's been pushed from the earlier implementation date of 1st of Jan 2025. And the standards are anticipated to be released for public in August this year. So still a couple of months away. And that's it for today. There is a lot happening in the sector, especially within the international education space, and I always love a good conversation. So feel free to get in touch if you would like to discuss any of the topics in detail, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.